Hey, welcome back. So now let's download this code. Now let's test this flash erase. Now you already know that in the flash module organization we actually stored the bootloader in these two sectors and the user application is stored sector 2 onwards, right? Now let's go and check the contents. Okay, for that I will use the ST-Link utility. Okay, so if you are not using Windows, then you may not be able to use ST-Link utility, then you just watch it. Okay, so it's not required to run this software, but I'm just showing for the demonstration purpose. Now if I go to the sector 0 address, you can see here there are lots of contents, right? So these are the bootloader contents, and if I go to the sector 2 base address, that is this one, then this is actually the content of the user application, isn't it? Right, so now let's first erase this sector. Sector 2 means from here to here, right? So that much memory locations has to be erased. All right, so now let's try. Flash erase command is 7. All right, so now let me just type 7 here, and now it is asking enter the sector number. The sector number is 2, and it is asking how many sectors you want to erase. Now let me just give 1. Okay, so now let's hit run, and here it is. Erase status is success and code is HAL OK. So that means we just erased the sector 2. Now let's verify that. Now let's disconnect this and let's connect back, and here it is. Now all are FFs, isn't it? So that means our sector 2 indeed got erased. All right, so now let's open our user application once again. All right, so user application, this one, and this is our user application, and let me program once again. All right, so it cannot program because it is connected. Let's disconnect. All right, let's program, and let's connect back. The sector 2 contents reappeared because we just programmed. All right, so now let's go to the sector 3, and it is already erased. So let's put some contents here as well. Okay, so I will download the same application into the sector 3. All right, so let me go to my user application, and let me change this address here to C. Right, so that's our sector 3, C000. All right, great. Now let's rebuild the code. All right, so now let's download. Before that, let me just disconnect this. All right, so now let's connect back, and yes, C00 also has the same content now. Okay, great. Now let's run our host application to erase sector 2 as well as sector 3. Now let's do that. Now let me press Y. Okay, the command code is 7, and enter the initial sector, that is enter the sector number. Now 2, and it is asking how many sectors to erase. Let's enter 2 because I want to erase sector 2 and sector 3. Now let's hit enter, and it is successful. And now let's check. Now let's disconnect and let's connect back, and here it is. This is the sector 3 which is erased, and this is the sector 2 that is also got erased. So we erased sector 2 and sector 3. Great. So now let's test the mass erase.